Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Shots fired in Hazleton over the weekend led to the arrest of one man. Hazleton police were called to reports of shots fired in the area of 18th and Vine Street overnight Sunday. When they arrived, witnesses described a suspect who was spotted leaving the scene. That suspect was spotted later in the day in the 700 block of West Diamond Avenue. A short time later, 25-year-old Christopher Irizarry of Hazleton was taken into custody on numerous charges. A Hazleton man was taken into custody after police were called to a report of shots fired in the city. Police responded to that call in the 700 block of West 4th Street Sunday. A woman at the scene told them two white males damaged her sister's car by smashing the windshield with a cinder block and a mirror with a baseball bat. A family member followed one of the suspects and held him in the area of Church and Magnolia Streets until police arrived. 39-year-old Land Hicks initially resisted arrest and had to be taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital for complaint of pain in his right leg. He was charged with criminal mischief and resisting arrest and taken to the Luzerne County Prison. In a plea deal, which dropped additional charges, a man and woman from Hazleton will not be going to trial, but will spend time behind bars. The trial of 66-year-old Thomas McQueen and 54-year-old Alice Rymiller was to get underway today in Luzerne County Court. Instead, they each pleaded guilty to a count of third-degree murder last week. He'll serve 16 years behind bars. She will serve 6 to 12. It all had to do with an arson fire in an apartment on East Mine Street in March of 2016. That fire claimed the life of 58-year-old Gordon Wanser. Hazleton fire crews responding to a double-block home on Saturday after flames broke out. According to fire officials, a portion of the exterior of the home along South Pine Street is badly burned. Crews say they believe the fire was accidentally caused by a cigarette. 5 people were home at the time of the fire, but no one was injured. A state police fire marshal was called into the scene. A suspicious death is still under investigation in one part of Luzerne County. An autopsy that took place today on the body of Linda Frick ruled her death a homicide. The 56-year-old was found covered by a blanket in her vehicle outside her home on Price Street in Kingston on Saturday. Police arrested 39-year-old Dana Ganji on assault charges for what they say were potentially incriminating statements he made to police, that according to a police affidavit, when they arrived at the home to investigate. A guilty plea handed in by a Tamaqua man who authorities allege set fire to his own apartment back in 2016. 50-year-old Brian Haas admitted to lighting paper and clothing on fire at his apartment at 409 West Broad Street in Tamaqua, February 24th of 2016. When first responders arrived, he yelled obscenities and told them to go away. Haas entered his guilty plea before Schuylkill County President Judge William Baldwin. The judge accepted the agreement and sentenced Haas to 11.5 to 23 months in prison with immediate parole for time served. He will also be on probation for a period of 2 years. Schuylkill County Crime Stoppers and Shenandoah Police are asking for the public's help in identifying the man responsible for the theft of a credit card last month. Police say the crime occurred at Puff's Tobacco Store on North Main Street around 6 p.m. July 5th. The man entered the business and stole a credit card. The man made several purchases since then using that stolen card. Schuylkill County Crime Stoppers say they'll pay up to $1,000 for information on the man or any unsolved crime in Schuylkill County. All information will remain confidential. You can contact them you can see the numbers on your screen, and callers are asked to refer to case 080518 when calling in information about the theft. Former East Township Treasurer Mary Stitzer's resignation was approved by the board last Wednesday. Stitzer's been under fire the past 2 township meetings about her mysterious raises over $10,000. Residents asked Supervisor Chairman John Detry about a notarized letter he signed giving authorization to Stitzer's raise through verbal agreement after denying any knowledge at previous meetings. Residents also called for Detry's resignation due to violation of the Sunshine Act. Supervisor Dennis Antonelli stated he's only one member of the 3-man board calling for Detry's resignation as well. The board went on to hire a new treasurer, Michael Gaziak, at a rate of $6,000 a year. The matter is now in the hands of township auditors. Work on Route 309 in McAdoo will be going out for contractors to bid on any day. That McAdoo project is at the top of the list of local transportation projects in PennDOT's 12-year transportation improvement plan in Schuylkill and Carbon counties. The state wants Route 309, otherwise known as Kennedy Drive, to be completely redone from the Haddock Road south of the borough to 300 feet south of the Carbon County line in Klein Township. PennDOT says the project will cost about $1.57 million. The state is also looking to have Route 309 repaved from the Haddock Road in Klein Township down the Mile Hill to Ben Titus Road in Rush Township. That project will be done in 2 different projects between 2019 and 2022. Coming up on WYLN News, unwanted items, e-cycling is coming to Hazleton. Plus, August has plenty of National Night Out events coming up. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Partly cloudy and humid overnight, the low 67. And then we're back into that period of scattered thunderstorms and highs into the upper 80s. We'll be right back.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
This morning, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce held their monthly red carpet breakfast at Capriotti's. Guest speaker, Congressman Lou Barletta. Barletta talked about the 3 committees he serves on in Washington and bills that he's been working on.
Protecting our children is really at the top of the list as our kids are getting ready to go back to school. I think that Congress should be doing more to make sure that those children and those teachers are safe in going to school, and workforce development and how the opioid crisis is affecting the workforce, and bills that I have passed in the past year that will help with that. teaching people the skills to the jobs that actually exist. I had that bill passed as well, and dealing with disasters and getting more money for our communities so that we can rebuild stronger, so that people will not continue to lose their properties to the same type of disasters such as flooding here as well. And talked about Shine and that, and how the kickoff of our bus tour today is going to highlight this afternoon.
This morning's breakfast is part of the Chamber's legislative series, where the Chamber brings lawmakers in to talk about what they're doing in Washington or Harrisburg. And you heard Congressman Lou Barletta mention it. He's hitting the road today for his Red, White, and Lou bus tour. He'll be visiting communities across the Commonwealth. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich was there for his first official stop.
Congressman Lou Barletta literally rolled out of Hazel Township this afternoon to embark on a campaign bus tour which will take him across the state. Barletta is running for United States Senate against Democratic Senator Bob Casey. The tour began today fresh off of a campaign visit from President Donald Trump last Thursday in Wilkes-Barre Township. Supporters came out today to see the congressman on the first leg of his journey.
Lou Barletta is awesome. He has such sincerity and integrity in his voice. Every time I see him, I look in his eyes, I start to cry because he really means what he says, and he truly loves us, and we need to take out Casey.
The advertisement for Lou Barletta for Senate, for the bus is going to be here today, and we come out and support our good friend Lou Barletta.
Barletta was joined by his wife Mary, his children and grandchildren. For him, it's a family affair.
A large family, a lot of young ones, and they'll be joining me somewhat on the trip. Some will be traveling at different times, and that's no different than it is in my house. They come and go, they have their lives, but they're going to be part of this trip and talking about how my message and what kind of message I'll bring to Pennsylvania as well.
He was even joined today by his four-legged companion Riley.
Riley is my best friend. Truman said if you want a friend in Washington, get a dog, and he was right, so I got Riley.
Barletta will be speaking to the public and potential voters along the way about what his campaign stands for.
I was a mayor that had to be out among the people, so the best place to put me in a campaign is on a bus. Let me stop at diners, restaurants, convenience stores, and talk to the people. The message is we're going to put Pennsylvania first. We're going to put Pennsylvania families first and our country first. And that means Pennsylvania jobs and securing those jobs and talking about security and safety and so many issues that the economy is roaring right now, and that means that it lifts all boats. It lifts people of all incomes, of all races. There's nothing better than an economy that can take care of people, and we want to keep that economy going. And
the bus was on its way to the Allentown area and will travel to Gettysburg and Butler County. And more stops will be announced along the way. For more information, you can visit loubarletta.com. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And the city of Hazleton hosting an e-recycling event at the city's authorities' facilities later this month, where residents will be able to trash their unwanted TVs, computers, and other electronic devices. That event will be held on the 18th of August from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Hazleton City Authority parking lot. Now, Hazleton residents will pay $10 per vehicle and $20 for non-residents. Disposal crews will accept electronics including, but not limited to, cell phones, answering machines, laptops, gaming consoles, and 2 televisions per person. A new tribute has been erected to salute firefighters and police officers in Klein Township. Klein Township supervisors and community volunteers helped to bring the tribute together. On the boards are the names of the men and women that served the community as police officers and firefighters. The township paid special tribute to the members of the Klein Township Fire Company that closed down in the late 1990s. Along with their names, the township added the names of members that have passed on from McAdoo, Keystone, and Trescal fire companies that merged together and provide fire protection to the township. August is the month police departments across the country hold National Night Out events. The National Night Out events are held to give the community an opportunity to interact with police and other first responders, and they've been held since 1984. Locally, police departments and community organizations in McAdoo, Berwick, West Hazelton, and Cunningham will be hosting events, and most get underway tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Coming up on Wilkes-Barre Township's News Choice, a sports medicine update in Community and You. Plus, we remember August 6th, 1945. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Appliances are right over there, and this is part of our furniture department.
Okay, but I'm looking for a mattress.
Well, you've come to the right place. Grand Central is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Sealy mattress dealer. We have Sealy mattress sets from only $199 and Stearns & Foster queen sets from only $45 per month. We also have interest-free financing up to 60 months. And remember, delivery and takeaway are absolutely free.
So we don't have to do anything?
Not if you buy your Sealy mattress at Grand Central.
It looks like I did find the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
Grand Central in Hazelton, the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the whole crew's invited, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style.
A sense of self-worth, of purpose after war. It can be found by having the courage to learn new things and experience new adventures. We develop confidence through accomplishment. If you're a combat veteran struggling with the scars of war, consider getting into the outdoors. The outdoors has really helped me cope, and it just might help you too. Get out of the house, experience life and the healing power of nature.
Watch Staff Sergeant Olson heal the wounds of war through outdoor activities. Watch Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Community and You here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perrin. I'm very pleased to be joined with Dr. Richard Canlis, who is with the Lehigh Valley Physicians Group here in Hazelton, who specializes in sports medicine. So first of all, Doctor, thanks so much for coming on, and welcome to the greater Hazelton area.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk a little bit about your background in sports medicine and what drew you right here to the greater Hazelton area.
Actually, the organization, the vision is what really attracted me to this region. They basically, in layman's term, they don't just walk the walk, they talk the talk. So that is what brought me to the area.
And reading a little bit about your background, you have quite a career in sports medicine, consulting on Olympic team as well as your career in sports medicine. So why is it important to have somebody who specializes in sports medicine right here in the greater Hazelton area, where we have a ton of local sports teams, high school, and even college as well?
The important aspect is I like to use the term return to play without delay. I want to get the individual back as quickly and safely as possible. That can be the non-athlete, that could be the athlete, or that could be the industrial athlete working at many of the warehouses and what have you.
And I know part of that, and we'll talk a little bit about concussions, and there'll be a seminar coming up here at the Health and Wellness Center that you'll be talking about. And a lot of us kind of say, you know, maybe if we're out, part of a sports team out playing a sport, or maybe even at work, and, you know, we may get hit in the head with a ball, or maybe we fall and hit our head, and kind of don't think about it, and we kind of shrug it off. But that should be something that we should take seriously.
Absolutely, because the ramifications is anytime you have signs signs or symptoms, that means the neurometabolic system of the brain has been compromised. And whether it's headache, visual signs and symptoms, what have you, you want to make sure that those resolve before you continue with any type of physical or mental activity. Otherwise, you increase the risk of further injury and or damage.
And I know getting that information out there and talking with people so they understand the signs, the symptoms, and say, you know, this is something that you should consult with your doctor with right away is very important. Especially, this would be a perfect opportunity as well for maybe some coaches or staff like that who are involved with them day to day.
Correct. Most of the school sports coaches, athletic directors, etc., are required to participate in further education and what have you. Also, numerous websites are available for athletes and the parents to look into if they have any questions on what to do about a concussion. So if you're not available for medical, treatment on site or have any issues, you have a lot of resources to basically help assist you.
And so with that going on, and all of the information has been up on your screen as well. Doctor, also, you are now here at the Health and Wellness Center and now accepting patients. So if somebody's out there, they can reach out and get to see you.
Correct. They can contact the office. Basically, I'm here Mondays through Fridays. I try to get all my athletes in as quickly as possible because I know that the sports seasons, whatever sport you're in, is short, and you got to get back as quickly as possible. Otherwise, the delay, if you're telling your athletes, I can't get you in for 3 to 4 weeks, that's a lot of the season gone by.
Yeah. And I know, and for some of these, it is really important to get out there and play the sport and be involved with it as well. So, again, if you are interested and you're looking for a new physician, the doctor is here for you at the Lehigh Valley Health and Wellness Center here on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Thanks so much for joining us here on Community and You. All that information we talked about is up on your screen, and you can also find it on our Facebook page as well on Wyln News. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time here on Community and You.
Serve the Lord, Singing for Joy, the CD by the Sisters of Holy Annunciation Monastery, can be yours for just $13, which includes shipping and tax. Mail a check to Holy Annunciation Monastery, 430 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call 570-788-1205. This 10-song CD can be yours for just $13.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
This week on Topic A, I'm joined by Hazleton City Police Chief Jerry Speziale. We talk about crime in the city, saturation patrols, and community policing. Plus, his new TV show that follows his life as an undercover agent. This week on Topic A, only on Wyln.
Hiroshima has marked the 73rd anniversary of the August 6, 1945 atomic bombing with a somber ceremony to remember the victims and a call to eliminate nuclear weapons and hopes toward denuclearizing North Korea. FunFest now 34 days away, but who's counting? FunFest's mission remains the same as 40 years ago, to help our local nonprofit organizations raise money. This year's Grand Marshal is one of FunFest's founding fathers, Joe Scarcella. FunFest will take place September 8th and 9th in downtown Hazleton, and we're counting because we're really looking forward to it. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln News.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
WYLN, first in live sports. We bring you the event, not just the highlights. Live coverage of the high school football season starts August 24th on WYLN. We're your local network.
Hi, I'm Isabella Falvello. Join me for a wonderful new cooking series, Ciao Bella, featured here on WYLN TV 35.
I'm Gary Perna, news director and reporter for WYLN News. With a decade of experience in local news, I'm proud to be part of the #1 local news team, WYLN News. When local news happens, you can count on WYLN News to be there, whether it's in McAdoo, Harrisburg, or right here in Hazleton. We've worked hard to be your #1 local news station, and we'll continue to work hard to stay #1.
You're watching Mountaintop's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.